Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jade up here. What I'm gonna do now is just kind of show you a build that I've been working on since I just now got back into the game. We've been gone for about a few months or so. Um, so what this build is just like an ulti regen build. Some of you guys may already know what sets I'm using or what sets I'm not. Um, but without further ado, let's just go over the character sheet right off the bat. And this is without buff. The only buff you're gonna have is with food. So this is just with food, 36k health, 20k stam, 15k magic, 26 and 23k resistance, 1200 recovery. And we just buff it up with their major resolve and whatnot. And we're sitting at 31 and 29. You don't have to use balance. You can use ardent armor. Does the same exact thing. Does the same exact thing. So no huge difference. So this is what my attributes are since I'm an Argonian. Stage 4 Vampire, using the lady just to get that extra bit of resistance. You can use recovery or whatever you want to use. But I've just been messing around with this build just to kind of get it up to par with, to be able to take hits and whatnot. Anyways, we're using Tristat pots. They restore everything, magic, health, and stamp. Other than that, just let's go over the sets right now. So you can either watch this video and then start farming for the sets, or just do whatever the hell you want to do, I guess. So the first set, since I don't have two sorted boards, I know for some reason, but you could do two sorted boards. The Maelstrom. You could do decisive or infused. It honestly doesn't matter. With this build, if you're going for ultimate ulti regen, you're gonna want decisive. But other than that, like you can choose infused or decisive, either one. For the swords, and for the shields, I've always loved infused and sturdy. So you can either choose one of those two, or just choose whatever your preference is. If you like reinforced, then by all means go with reinforced. But anyways, the Maelstrom comes with Tristat or Tristat enchants anyways, so that's kind of nice anyways. So, but let's just look and see what it does. It's whenever you deal damage with low slice, your next fully charged heavy attack used within 5 seconds is going to restore 2,000 magic and stamina. That's actually a pretty decent amount. So just keep that in mind. That this is just going for a sustain / ulti regen. You could use the Asylum sorting board, and the reason why we only use an Asylum or the Master sorting board or the Maelstrom sorting board is mainly because you're wearing 4 different sets. So you're wearing the sorting board set, you're wearing your monster set, your 5-piece set on your body, and your 3-piece set on your jewelry. So anyways, you have your Maelstrom, Asylum, or Master sorting board. You can use either one. Up here, they all are decent. Asylum is going to restore magicka. If you use absorb magicka, and you get hit with a projectile, you restore like X amount of magicka. If you don't get hit with a projectile, you restore X amount more stamina. But anyways, you do 2 sorted board of those, and you could do 2 Maelstrom here on your front bar for heroic slash, and then for your back bar you could do Asylum or the Master sorted board, whichever. Next one is going to be Bloodspawn. I do 6 heavy, 1 medium, just for the Undaunted. But anyways, it's going to be Bloodspawn. Basically what it does is it's got a prot chance of almost every 6 seconds. You have a 6% chance to generate 14 ultimate, and it increases your physical spell resistance by 6k. So that's kind of nice. Second set is Dragon. It's going to be reduced the cost of your ultimate by 15%. Alright. And I'll just kind of go through everything right quick, just so you can kind of see what traits I have on my body. Infuse, reinforce, sturdy, reinforce, infuse, infuse. Not past what I wanted, but this is just kind of. I started messing with this build about a week ago, and this is what I came up with. So hopefully you guys like it. But anyways, yeah, if you can do pretty much anything. Infuse, well fitted if you like to dodge her all the time for no reason. But you can do that. You can do infuse. You can do reinforce. You can do you can do anything if you want. But anyways, the main thing is about what the sets have, and you know, the magic recovery is nice, the healing taken is nice, and the max health is nice. But you're really looking at 5 piece with the ultimate. Ultimate abilities reduced by 15%, and then the next one is the potes. So basically, what this one does is it reduces your ultimate abilities by 10%. So it's about 25% you're getting it reduced by. Alright, and I run 2 magic recovery and then 1 shield play. And I've used this on, I've done it in trials. I've done pretty much all the hard modes except for V-Hoff in it, and what else? Sped Asylum ×2 and ×1 since I haven't been in there that much. Just I've been away working. But this is what I've been using, just mainly just to mess around on, and it's not a bad build. Just to show you guys I'm not bullshitting about Asylum and all that. But anyways, it's not a bad build. This build is mainly just to mess around with, have a good time with, just BS it up and just self-sustaining. If you're struggling with any kind of self-sustain, you're definitely gonna want to try this build out and see how it goes. We'll go over the skills right quick. It's going to be real brief and kind of to the point, because if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know, some of the skills, or if you're already a tank, you already know. Pierce armor, mainly just to get that major fracture, major breach. Hardened armor or balance, either one. Either one is fine. You can use either one. One gives you, they both do the same thing, except for one gives you a damage shield, the other one takes a little bit of health to give you magicka. Whichever one you prefer, okay? So you use balance or that, doesn't matter. Absorb magicka, I usually always keep my bar set up like this, about 98% of the time, just because this is how I like it. Basically why you want this absorb magicka on is because it's a nice little heal when you're dealing with ads or bosses that shoot projectiles at you. It's really nice to just kind of hit this and get a little bit of extra health. Plus, it mitigates 8% damage, so it's kind of nice. Igneous Shield is your ulti regen every 6 seconds. You want to hit this, and you can time this with heroic slash. So a lot of times, what I like to do is I'll heroic slash, and then I'll hit igneous, and I'll watch the timer with heroic slash, and you'll see the timer at the bottom. I'll show you what it looks like right quick. But you can time that timer, the 9-second timer with igneous, and it'll go off. So here you go. That's what it looks like. In between the 2 hour, let's go 3, 2, 1. That's your heroic slash. And then it's like 7 seconds or 8 seconds or something like that for igneous. So it's pretty much like this. So where's that alligator? Here it is. And you can time it just like that. It'll be 1 second off and it'll be fine. Totally fine. So anyways, so I kind of use those two, and I use this. I use heroic slash as a timer for igneous sometimes, because there'll be times where you're taking damage and igneous shield goes away within a few seconds. So you can use aggressive warhorn. Oh, so anyways, I did show you guys what the ultimate was. So this is a 250 ultimate. It's down to 193. This is a 115. No, what is it? 125 or 150 ulti, something like that. I can't remember. It's down to 104. This is a 200 ultimate. It's 154. And this is a 100 something ultimate down to 85. But you could literally spam igneous, or if you're really having issues, you can put dragon leap. You could put on spell shield. I like spell shield. I like spell wall, mainly because the projectiles fired at you get shot back to the caster, And plus, it's kind of nice when you activate it. You don't, it's basically like you're already holding block, except you can heavy attack while you're holding block, more or less. If you guys don't know this skill, I'll show you guys a little bit later. Next one, inner fire, or inner rage, excuse me. I like the magicka more just because I run balance, and I like that. I like doing it that way. It's only a 4-second cooldown that you cannot be healed. You cannot heal yourself. So you can't heal yourself for 40% for 4 seconds, which is not that long a time. Spam igneous, hit igneous, then hit igneous, and then hit absorption. There you go. Good to go. More than half the time you'll be fine. Next one's Green Dragon Blood. Basically, a reason why you want to keep this up 100% of the time is because of this passive right here. Burning Heart, you get that extra healing receipt by 12%. So it's really nice. Keep that up. It also gives you a little bit of magic. Stamina recovery, which is nice. Health recovery, whatever. But stamina recovery is kind of nice because you're not going to be blocking a lot. Talons, just a nice CC. This would be your flex spot. You can put, oh my god, you can put anything. Put Shield Assault, you can put Invigorating Drain, which I do sometimes. And this is a nice little skill. If you guys don't know what this is, from the Vampire Tree line, it's the more from some shit drain. Anyways, what it does some magic damage, restores you some health, but it generates 5 ultimate every 1 second for 3 seconds. So just imagine this. So like you could probably, so what you wanted, if you wanted to do and you wanted to get really sweaty, swap this on the front bar and then put, mix these two around where you have like balance back here or something like that. And you could literally, you could do this, hit this, and then hit Invigorating Drain, and you're just multi-gaining like crazy. It's really nice. It is really nice. But within this, with the Heroic Slash, if you're using this build, that you want a heavy attack within that 5 seconds. So just keep that in mind. And the sword, it grows green. It glows green. So you have that 5 seconds to hit it. So keep that in mind if you are going to use the Maelstrom. A little bit easier to get. But yeah, you can use that. You can use Blood Altar, Vigor, Rapids. You can literally use almost any ability in here. I wouldn't use Mistform. There's really no point. You can't really get healed. You can't get healed while you're in it anyway, so no point. But yeah, you can use Engulfing if you have somebody using some fire steps and stuff like that. But I mean, that's really for like sweaty. But what I would do is I would do something like this. Just keep the Invigorating Drain somewhere on your bar, and you can kind of map out a rotation for it. So you could probably do like a heavy attack into Heroic Slash, Igneous, light attack, Invigorating Drain, heavy attack, Invigorating Drain, and right there, Heroic Slash runs out, light attack, Heroic Slash, Igneous, heavy attack, Invigorating Drain. It's done. Light attack, Invigorating Drain. It's done. Light attack, Heroic Slash, light attack, Igneous, heavy attack, Invigorating Drain. Something similar to that. You know what I mean? And that's just a small little rotation you could do that would kind of help you out to keep that ulti chain coming. So yeah, this would be your flex spot. This would be your flex spot, and then this would be your flex spot. Amazing, these three are your flex spots for me. Deep Breath, I use this mainly for the stun, and it does like a little bit extra damage, which is bullshit for tanks, but it does a little bit extra damage, which is whatever. But it stuns anybody that's trying to cast, so that's super nice, and it heals you for a little bit, which is whatever. But this is mainly for like this build right here is mainly for like 4-man content, or if you just want to mess around in some pug trials and crack one, which I know a lot of you guys know what that's about. Unrelenting Grip, another good skill, probably one of the most underrated skills that people just don't use for some reason. I don't know why. It gives you Major Expedition. Is it Major? Yeah, it's Major Expedition. And then it refills your magicka if you can't get pulled towards them. So like on the Twins fight, right? If you're on the Twins in V Mall and you hit the boss with chains, you're gonna go faster for 6 seconds. So you can go to the opposite side just as fast. But I mean, it's a good skill. You can spam it. I spam it on the first boss in Bet AA to do a little bit extra damage, even though my damage is shit. But that's the thing. It does a little bit extra damage. It's not much, but I mean, it's better than sitting there not doing a fight. Not doing anything. So, then my back bar is usually almost always magma shell. Um, Mainly because it's more of like a oh shit moment. Uh, Something comes up and you're like, oh man, I really need. Both healers are down. I don't know what to do. I'm about to go down. Just pop it, and you'll be fine. Um, Other than that, I think that's pretty much up. But other than the CP, oh, here's what the shield ulti looks like. Shield ulti looks like this. You can sit here and hold block, and you won't get knocked down. You won't get CC'd or anything like that. So let's review it right quick. Just allowing you to automatically block at all times. No cost, reflects off projectiles, cast free for 7 seconds. Nice little ulti. Super quick to get back. And if you don't like using that, then take flight. If you feel like you just cannot sustain even with that, then use take flight. But you should be able to sustain with just spell wall up and up. Other than that, let's go into CP. I think that's pretty much it. So I got 16 in a sprinter, 75 into max recovery. I feel like anything higher than this, and you feel like you start kind of wasting it in certain CP. Do 44 in the tumbling because there are quite a few times, even in pugs and whatnot, you are gonna have to roll dodge. Fuck it, and then Shadow Ward just 95. I could cancel out some of the sprinting and put more into Shadow Ward, but I mean it's whatever. I mean these aren't the most optimal CP setup, but it's not bad. I put 100 and 100 here, mainly because your main heal that you're going to be using pretty much all the time is Green Dragon's Blood. If you put Vigor on your bar, you want to take some out of here, right? Because this deals with for magic ability heals and whatnot, and crit and damage like that. But this deals for stamina, so this would be better for Vigor. This CP for sex strikes. Anyways, I have 100 here. Increase healing done. That, and I have 30 here. No big deal. No big deal though. Other tree I have 66 Ironclad, 49 Hardy, 49 LE Defender, 44 Thick Skin. I put 11 in Crit Recovery, 11 in Heavy Armor Focus. Not too bad. Once a new update comes up, which is going to be either next month or the month after, I mean, you could probably put some more into Hardy LE Defender Thick Skin, or put some in the Spell Shield, whatever you feel like you need more in. I'm probably just going to put it in Heavy Armor, mainly because if you look at it right now, let's buff up right quick. Just because we're going to have that up more than about 100% of the time. You're looking at 31k and spell resistance, 29 and physical. I mean, if you put heavy up in there, you put some heavy points in the heavy armor focus, you're gonna have that physical resistance up a little bit higher. So you can put some more in there if you feel like you need more, or if you feel like you need more in here. You don't really need on a Bastion, because Igneous only lasts 3 seconds, and your absorb magicka, if shit's like if there's projectiles hitting you, it's gonna absorb it anyway. So I mean, you could put stuff into Bastion and get this a little bit higher, but I mean honestly, who cares? I mean, you're at that point, you're kind of just fiddling and tinkering with CP at that point. I mean, you could. It just really depends on what you're doing. You can get really sweaty and really tweak this to your play style and your trial setting or dungeon setting or whatnot, and really get the full benefit of it. But I feel like most of the time I'm not really feeling like I need more Bastion. Like I had all these 22 points in the Bastion, and it just I don't know. I didn't really like it because the shields go away pretty quickly, anyways. So whatever. But that's pretty much it. That is, yeah, that's it. What I go? Okay, Maelstrom. Yeah. So, anyways, I think I went over this with the lady. I went over that. I'm pretty sure. I just did it just for the extra physical spell resistance that you're not really getting anything from the sets that you're running. You get no buff other than Bloodspawn. So you're getting no physical or spell resistance from the set you're actually wearing. So, but yeah, that is the. This is the fastest ulti regen build I've ever played around with. I had Werewolf Hide and Dragon on with Bloodspawn. It did okay. I think I was getting Warhorn every 37 to, I think it was 37 to 47 seconds. I can't find my notepad, but it was like 37 or 47 seconds. On an average, I did it about 20 times with the decent amount of ads. I think it was like 4 or 5 ads I did it with. And then I did, what else did I do? I did it with decisive swords, and I would think I was getting about the same, about 35 or so. But it wasn't like this. I think I was getting, on this one right here, I think I was getting every about 33, 35 seconds as I was getting Warhorn uptime on this. And what was it? Man, I wish I had my notepad. Sorry, I just did this and kind of just went off the whim of it to do it. But yeah, I believe Warhorn was every 33 to 35 seconds, and Spell Shield was about every 20 to 25 seconds, depending on if you cap Invigorating Drain up or not. And this is with Invigorating Drain, guys. So. And Magma Shell, I believe that was every 29, 20, 28 seconds. And Take Flight, dude, I mean, that was literally like almost every 15 seconds I was getting Take Flight. I have messed around with this in PvP a little bit, and it did surprisingly well. I had four dragon on body. I had Werewolf Hide on my other 3 pieces were Werewolf Hide was shoulders, chest, head. Back bar was back bar was the dragon maw, and the sword and board was the Werewolf Hide. So it still wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can tweak with it all you guys want. I just wanted to show you something that I found out. Then I started messing with. I kind of liked messing around a little bit. But I will do another Tink video after the PTS drops, or after the PTS drop, after the patch notes. After those drop here in the next month or so, I'll do another video and show you guys what I do for tanking. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys think. If you liked it, if you hated it, if you tested it out, or if you need any description on. Actually, let me tell you where they came from now. Potentates, we call it the potato, but this comes from PvP. It comes from one of the vendors, but you can buy it in a trader. It's actually fairly cheap. I bought the rings for 4K or 3K. I bought the necklace for 10K. Dragon, you can farm it, or you can buy it from the guild trader. They're kind of expensive. I would just grab some buddies and try and farm it. If you have no buddies, if you have nobody to farm it with, I would just, and you have gold, buy it. If you don't, then just suck it up and farm it. Bloodspawn, that's easy to get. I mean, everybody should honestly have Bloodspawn. You may not have best in the slot, or what people call best in the slot, but just get what you feel you need. Infused, reinforced, anything like that. Excuse me. And then for Asylum, if you want to use Asylum weapon, or actually, let me show you what Asylum weapons do. Shit. My Trials Guild is going to be looking at that. Dude. I'm like, he's got that quick slide, no wonder. I usually troll him. But here's what the Asylum does. When you reflect or absorb a spell projectile with defensive posture, you restore some magicka, If it expires, you restore that much more magicka. So that's what that does. Let me see if I have. I know I have a sword and board master. I think you might be actually in my inventory. Master shield. So here's what the master weapons, the master stuff does. When you deal damage with puncture, it heals you, and then you get a little spell of physical resistance equal to the amount you healed for 3 seconds. I mean, it's. I wouldn't use the master sword and board. But I mean, if you PvP, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I don't PvP as much as everybody else, but who knows? It might be good. You know what I mean? I just like this because the you can I know I can almost always get a low slash out and I can always get a heavy attack within 5 seconds. And if I can't, all I'm gonna do is wait 9 seconds and do it again. You know what I mean? And the reason why you're gonna wait 9 seconds is because of this right here. You gain minor heroism, granting you one ultimate every 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds. Okay. So anyways, that concludes the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, whatever, leave a comment down below. And if you did like it and you want more content, go ahead and subscribe.